Hi Cancer, how are you? I'm going to do a reading for you. I pulled out my Osho Zen Tarot cards. I'm so happy. I have missed them. I don't even realize how much I've missed these cards. I used to use these cards daily for years. So anyway, we're back. So let's see what the Osho Zen Tarot has to say for all of you Cancer out there. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, Cancers. What's going on for all of our Cancers out there? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs. For the energies moving into 2021. We're in December. What's going on between now and the energies of 2021 for our Cancers? All right. You ready? Okay. For starters, some of you need to rest. Okay, so if you're not taking care of yourself, ooh, that card just flipped right over. All right, the veil is lifting. The veil is lifting. I think you're starting to see really the people around you for what they really are. Not everyone, I think, pulls their weight in the circle that you're involved with. Because I get the feeling like there's a number of people around, and even though on the outside it looks like you guys are like one big happy family, that's not how it really is. So I think you've been going along, and you're at that point where you're not quite sure how much farther you want to go in this situation, because you're starting to see people a little differently. Your awareness has shifted. Now, I am picking up that there is a Cancer out there that needs to not sit back and wait for things to happen. That by not doing, you're doing more harm. Okay, so whatever that means for somebody, like maybe, you know, you need to be doing some kind of therapy, and if you're not doing therapy, you really should be doing therapy. Even if you don't like it, that's too bad. You know, it's just temporary, and it'll get you to feeling really good. Okay, every day you'll feel a little better than the day before. You have good days, bad days. That's just how it is. But it's saying that you need to, you know, quit fighting it and get up and do whatever it is you're supposed to be doing. But it's funny. I feel like there's something that you're not letting go of. There's something that you're choosing not to change in your life that really needs to be changed. But again, you know, your awareness is changing. So, you know, that's going to start to change everything in your life. All right. Yeah, there's this element of having to let go. And I almost feel like you're trying to hang on, I don't know why, to something. It's almost like to the life that you have, rather than change it into something that you need to do. I mean, there's this element of you really needing to let go of something. All right. And it could be a person. It could be, you know, it could be your car. It could be all kinds of things. A relationship, you know what it is that this is talking about. But it's time for you to quit sitting back and just, you know, acting like, you know, life is just going to take care of you and you don't have to do any work. I feel like you need to get up and start moving towards, you know, something, whatever that is. So don't be lazy. I mean, there's this real element of like, you know, quit sitting back thinking you can live the good life, you know, on someone else's dime. You can't. You know, you've got to start putting some energy into it. Now, I do get the feeling that, you know, on a spiritual level, you're having some real great developments as far as your psychic abilities, you know, just being really like, you know, synchronistic in life. You know how that goes. You know, you're just really like, you're vibing with everybody else, and you're reading people really well. Again, this reading people very well, I think that's something that, you know, as you start to ground yourself and you start to move away from people that may not have been so good for you. Maybe they took from you, they took advantage of you. things of that nature. I think you start to see things a little differently. But there is this element of confusion. Because, oh, I get codependent. See, what you think you've let go of, you actually have not. Okay? I think you term it in different ways. Like many years ago, I had this guy tell me that, oh, well, he quit smoking. Right? But yet, we had been at this big gathering and he was smoking a cigarette. And I said, I thought you quit smoking. He says, well, this is not smoking. This is prayer. You know, this is a prayer smoke. And I thought to myself, well, maybe, maybe not. You know, yeah, as an ex-smoker, I was like, you know, I think that's the way to smoke a cigarette. So I think it's one of those things, you know, if you're in a relationship, but you're really not in a relationship, then, you know, then you need to call it like it is. If you want to get anything, if you want to start anything new, you got to close some doors and you got to get up. And if you've had this really great idea, or you can't expect people to do it for you. Okay? I keep feeling like you have to know that. Like, you have got to do it, especially if you have a vision. And right now you're having a hard time because I think you're starting to see, you know, how people really are. And if you have a vision, do you tell people? I would say no. Keep it close to yourself. Don't let your secret out, whatever it is, this idea that you have. Because you can't trust everybody. You've learned that. You're starting to see people for how they really are. People will take what they want from you. If you give them, they're going to take. Yeah, so you've got to break free of like this. I feel like you're in this cycle. You know, so you've got to get out of this cycle, out of this box. And slowly, as things start to shift and you start to see things that are working or not, because, you know, there's this element of like you're hanging on to what? You know, this life here. Well, look, everything's coming down right on you. It's like it's time to fly. It's time to let go of, you know, just being. Just quit being such a free spirit and ground yourself. Ground yourself. And you've got to do the work. You know, you're confused because you're hanging on to the wrong things. And your inner voice is talking to you loud and clear. But you can't expect people to do the work for you. You have got to go towards your vision. So build it. You know, quit putting it off. See, you have to let go of the thought that, you know, who am I? You're somebody very important. You really are. You're somebody really important. And you have a place in this universe. And you have the ability for a fresh new adventure, this life. Because now as you lift the veil and you start to see people for how they really are, you know, your perspectives shift. And another thing, if you're drinking and partying, and that's one of those things you need to let go of, well, all those friends go away too. Maybe they were never friends, right? So you have to look at what it is you need to let go of, what you need to hang on to, especially if you're after a whole new life. But you have to want it. See, I think this new awareness, you see in people a little differently. You know, because whenever we meet people, you know, we always see this really great side to them. And then the real them shows up and you're like, whoa, we're not even close to compatible. Yeah, so, I mean, there's something you're avoiding something, but this clarity of how people really are, I think, will help you dodge a bullet. Seriously. I don't mean that literally, but, you know, I just think that as you get clearer, life gets clearer, right? You know, things aren't happening right now for you. You know, this, whatever it is that you've been hanging on to this life, you know, new dream, time for a new dream. You know, because you're hanging on to something that is not healthy for you. You know, thinking that that's what you really want. And I think the universe wants to come down and say, listen, wait till you find out what you really want. But as long as this is where you want to stay, then this is what you're going to get. So, meditate, get quiet, clear the mind, clear your mind. Some of you may be doing a lot of meditation. Because I think there's a period of your life that is coming to an end. Because what you thought is what you wanted is not really what you want. Sometimes we don't know what is really best for us. And I think you're a prime example of that. All right, let's get some advice. Wow, look at this. Quit fighting it, okay? Your old life, you need to leave that and move towards a brand new one. Change is in the air. There's 2 5s. I saw another 5. Change is a big theme for all of us. 2021 will be very different. Out with the old, in with the new. Oh, there's really good fortune coming your way. Don't hang on to something that is not good for you. All right, really, heed the advice of clarity here. You start to see people as they really are. Some are hanging in the shadows. They don't have your best interest. It's just a matter of time before your whole life is about to turn around. The Ace of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. For you, Cancer. Let go of the past. Let go of it. Be present. There's a bright future that comes with that. All right? So I'll see you at the next reading, Cancer. I hope you like this. If this resonated, great. If it didn't, that's okay. Take what works, leave what doesn't. All right. Bye, Cancer. Thumbs up for me.